Wladyslaw Paterek.
Is correct.
MBE.
Yes.
When did you get your MBE?
8th of March 1976.
And why did you get it?
Somebody must know. Not myself, you see. This job, what I have done, that I done for everybody, you know, in the army or in the civilian life, or for the school, or for this Polish refugee, or for the handicapped job, or for the True Rider Foundation, or for Group Cheshire Foundation. I was treasurer, you see, in this organization, and we put in Grossburg-Weder big home for this chap who was court by this Allied court for life detention. And we took from this German prison this chap to the settlement in Grossburg-Weder, and they are very happy because nobody of them came back to the prison again. And when I look today of the settlement, what we have done this job with this help of the British Army, especially from Hamm, Ari, and all units and regiments in Hanover district, then we can say today, we thank the God for that what we have, because that settlement what we have there is now of value over 1 million Deutsche Mark.
Yes?
Correct. We pay for each house 16,000 marks. And today the value is of 180, you know. And when you have 8, then you know what is that. And we have beautiful ground, what we can soil now for 250 marks per square meters, you see. This is everything's business.
Lots of money.
Correct. I am very happy that we can help, you know, for this all homes of True Rider and Group Cheshire Foundation.
What about your job here as staff superintendent? What is your job? What do you have to do? Well,
staff superintendent job, you know, in the MSO, that is one job where you must be ready for everybody. If that is driver or is very high persons, is very poor chap or is high educated, you see. You are father more, you know. You look for him. You give him job. But sometimes must be also some strong chap, you know. You have not 2 hands for polishing. One is for polishing and one is for cutting.
So which? So which of your 2 hands do you have to use the most?
For blessing, both. But sometimes you must be very strong, you see. That is in part in life. When you have small children, you have small problems. When you have big children, then you have big problems. That is life. And how you manage this life, that is up to you.
So your job is to look after everybody?
Yes, to everybody, you see, and I want to say you one thing, you see, what I want to say, what I saw before, and I want to say now, you see. We thank very much the British Army that they have given us the opportunity to be in the MSO, and mostly of us, what started this work on 1946 or 47 are on pension. And that is this great things what we thank to God and to the army.
So how did you begin in the British Army?
Well, when I came, my story is a big story, you see, because when I came from this prisoner of war camp out, 1945, then I have working in this UNRWA, that was this United Nations Organization for Refugees. And I was supply and transport officer in Team 223. And when they was disbanded in 1947 in March, I have worked for 49 DP Assembly Center staff, that was British. in Hanover-Schminden. And on 19th of September, I came to the MSO, to the holding camp in the Unterlies, and after that, straight away to MSO depot in Osnabrück, then to Cuxhaven for training, you know, for this driver training, what we have do there. And in 1948, I was in Flensburg as troop commander. Well, this job is going on, you see, and we came back to Celle at 319, CMLO. If you know the Berlin blockade, that was my specialty job. I was with my troop, 32 lorries, and we have done day and night to supply this job in Berlin. But nevertheless, I came back to 612 at Verden, and I started the work in transport office. And in short time, when we moved to Falling-Bostel, I became the troop commander and officer in charge training. When we have trained these chaps for Diamond Tees, then by Major McCabe, he was OC in this time in this unit, I took place as commander of headquarters troop. Then after that, I came to the quartermaster and was for 23 years quartermaster in Falling-Bostel.
Before you came here?
No, 1968 I was promoted to staff superintendent and was in Falling-Bostel for 68 as staff superintendent to 18th of November 1973. 1973, 18th of November, I came here to Hamm, is still now.
And this is a very beautiful chapel that we're sitting in, and I gather it's all handmade, nothing bought.
Well, that is true. What you must buy, that is only the candles, because you cannot do, you know. But everything is done by our chap, and I thank you very much, the chaps who have done that for nothing, but for us, for Poles.
And where was most of it made?
Most of it was made, you see, during this time when we were in the prisoner of war camp, and coming to this military camp, you know, as POW, and we start straight away when the freedom came, you know, that we have something, and we start very well because everybody was able and want to do something for us, for Poles.
Because you had many craftsmen in the MSO to do the jobs.
Well, the craftsmen were from the beginning. We have very beautiful chaps, you see, because when we take this national servicemen, you know, in 1939, then we have all craftsmen, we have all type of population in the camp. You see, it was professors, were padres, you know, medics, everything. We had cobblers, what you want. That was there, you see, and we can do something if somebody have little good idea, you see, then we came many times to beautiful things what is done.
And you were telling me that the confessional is made from something very unusual.
No, yes, confession, that was the wardrobes, you know, ex-German army wardrobes, but we need this for the confession, and this was done, you know, and still is good until now.
And still used?
Yes, of course.
And what about the organ? Because that's got an unusual...
Well, this organ was in pieces, you see, you know how that is, you see, and that was bringing, some chaps have brought that to this prisoner of war camp, you see, and piece by piece was done, because, as you know, when this chap came from work to the prisoner of war camp, they was every time under the control of this German watchman, you see, or this ex-military or somebody, you see. Well, that was done by all nations, you see. If that was British, French, Polish, no, it was not problem. We are one family prisoner of war, and we help one the other.
And how important is the chapel nowadays?
This chapel, you see, that what I will tell you one thing, that is this our ghost. Because everybody are thinking of his own country, of his brothers, sisters, of parents, and mostly by this church you came to talk about your life, and we took this life, how that is in the Bible.
So the MSO still regard the chapel as very important?
Yes, that is very important for everybody, you see, of every nation. You see, you can take any nation what is, you see, church is church, you see, we have one God.
And what happens if somebody said you would have to move the chapel?
Never. It's impossible. Can be ordered by general, will be not happens. Because when this chapel is here, you see, and these chaps are here, and that will be not done by the army, because our army like for these spirits, you see. We have very good friends, you know, what came here in from Church of England or Church of Scotland, you know, especially with the Paterek Cameron, who is now in the Scots regiment in Verne, you see. He is very good, friendly to us, you see. Religion make no difference. We all are by one God.
And we notice when we walk around the barracks here that there are many different languages spoken. Isn't that a problem for you as the superintendent? Or do you speak them all?
No, well, you see, I try to speak with this everybody. You see, I know some languages, you see, if that are good or not good, but anywhere he understands me what I want from him, you see, and I know what he wants. You see, that is one, it's not problem. It's not problem, because, you see, you know, if you were a prisoner of war and you know, were a very young chap, you see, and then you understand this time when this new chaps coming here in, you see, and I will be with him more, you know, with my heart to help him, but if necessary, then it must be strong too. That is life.
But how many different languages do you think are spoken here at 617?
About 12.
And how many can you understand?
Between 6 and 8.